Here's what's coming up on the Gill Show.
Oh, yeah, I'm almost there. Don't stop.
I don't use Venmo. I don't want the IRS tracking me.
Mo's not going to be with us today. I'll say what I can say, because it's really not my story to tell. It's his to tell. He got himself in some trouble.
Welcome back to another episode of the Gill Lane Show. My name is Chris Kanya, and with us, as always, we have Bill Parker. What's going on, Bill?
What's going on? Good morning.
And we have Chris Navalino, a.k.a. Mo. What's going on, Mo? How are you?
Yeah, Mo's not going to be with us today. I'll say what I can say, because it's really not my story to tell. It's his to tell. He got himself in some trouble with the law. Yeah, he's currently locked up in San Quentin prison, and I don't want to speculate. It's not my job to speculate, but I've been hearing rumors. Okay. I don't know what rumors you've heard, Chris, so far, but I mean, one that I've heard was he bet on the Cowboys again.
I'll take the Cowboys.
It is his favorite thing to do.
I know. He's a big fan.
It's funny. He somehow bets on the Cowboys like on Wednesdays, like what time they're going to show up to practice. And he's all about betting on everything that they do. So yeah. He was eventually going to come up short, right, by betting so much on the Cowboys, his favorite NFL football team.
Right. He texted me like 2 weeks ago and said, how long do you think Dak Prescott's cock is? He goes, the over-under for me, he put, was 16 and a half inches. And I said, wow, that seems like that's absurdly big. And he took the over. Oh. That's how much he loves this guy. Yeah. Yeah. He said that guy's got to be slinging dong to be that good of a football player. Quite a 180 from is it 360 or 180? It's 180, right?
180. Yeah.
Yeah.
His obsession is, I didn't want to say anything because he's a grown man, and maybe this is the problem with men and communicating with each other. Right. His fandom has become an obsession this season with the Cowboys. Yeah. So I should have said. I feel almost guilty. I should have said something to him as my friend earlier before it got out of hand. But now it seems like it's too late.
Oh yeah, well you're not really a friend to anybody. That's the problem. But
I saw in the news that you have no friends. But whatever. We'll just let.
I don't like that reporter. She was very cutting with her remarks about me. She looked familiar, but I can't place it.
Nah, I've never seen her before in my life.
No,
not at all. Right. Never.
To me, it just felt like somebody I've seen before. Maybe on the news. I mean, I love News 12. I love seeing the same news stories every half hour over and over again. That's my favorite.
You know what's so crazy is they'll play the same clip, but then the banter they'll actually repeat the banter too, like word for word, even the mess ups and the talking over each other. It's crazy how they just have the same exact reaction every time they see the story.
Yeah, they leave it in. Same shit.
Yeah. So I mean, this is for people who don't know. Obviously, you don't know because this just happened about an hour ago. I just found out about Mo. I didn't know. I don't even know when this happened or why it happened. I just know that he's imprisoned.
What I heard was he bet on the Cowboys and it actually cost him his parlay. He took them, the Cowboys lost, and he went berserk. That's one of the rumors I've heard. Another rumor I heard was that he watched Brokeback Mountain, and he does not like, as he said before, PDAs like that. Yeah, and he went insane. Again, I don't want to speculate. It's not my place.
I heard that he was going to start trying to sell his sauce. So maybe he did, and serving that to anyone could be perceived as a crime because it is below average. So maybe that,
like poisoning.
Yeah, maybe he got caught up in something like that. Again, I just found out that he was locked up this morning. So this is just stuff that we're speculating on, of course. Do your own research. I wonder if it is online if we search his name.
Yeah, possibly. I'd also heard that they wanted to add a second Thanksgiving Day during the year, and he lost it. That's what I heard. That's what I heard might have happened as well. Yeah.
So you think this is something to do with his anger, rage? When he has his moments, when Mo has his moments,
his moments.
Yeah. Do you think that got the best of him, and he was in the wrong situation that got out of hand?
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time that his rage has cost him massive problems with incarceration, fines, public shaming.
Wow.
It's really nothing new.
You know what? His name does come up. Has he been to Vegas in the last few days? Because his name has come up with the Clark County District Court. Okay.
Wow. All right. Yeah, well, he was moving west. Last I heard he had left New Jersey. He was taking Route 66.
Maybe he made a really big bet on the Cowboys, and he had to do it. It's like we know some gamblers who get banned from all the mobile apps and their bookies. They owe their bookies money, so they branch out because they have the addiction. So maybe he had to go to the mecca of gambling and place that bet, and that's why his name's coming up in the Clark County District Court. Apparently this court documents all of their hearings.
Oh, all right. So we might see, if is it a bail hearing? Is that what we're gonna see?
Yeah, there's a video attached to his story. Let me see if I can show it to you real quick.
Okay. All right.
So apparently this is the moment where our co-host and friend Chris Novellino, aka Mo,
former co-host,
was
and former friend, depending on what he's accused of. I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't want to be associated with it.
Okay, so apparently he got a public defender, and this is what happens. This is what happened when the judge was laying down the law and sentencing him for whatever crime he committed.
Okay.
Wow.
First impressions. I don't think he handled that well. It didn't look like he. I'm not going to say it's going to help him at all. It feels like, right?
For people just listening, Mo allegedly heard the sentencing and lunged over where the judge is sitting, I guess, at the bench, and started attacking the judge. Wow. They should have let him cool off a little longer before this.
Right.
This is just sad to see.
Let him sleep it off a little bit. I mean, I guess he's out west. Looks like he got a tan. Right? He's getting some sun out there, it looks like.
Wow.
Looks like he's bulked up a little bit. Right?
I've never
muscular.
I've never even seen him in a white shirt besides a dress shirt.
If he's in a white shirt, it's usually a wife beater.
Or one of those new judge beaters. Yeah. Jeez, look at this, man. This is just so sad. I wish I could have gotten his ear before he went up for sentencing. Maybe could have calmed him down a little bit.
Maybe. I think the one thing that's going to upset people is how anti-American he is, taking down the flag like that. It's one thing to attack a judge to yell "fuck America" and the flag comes down. Come on, Mo, you're better than that, I think.
Yeah, he is pretty tan. Look at that. Grew a full beard. So we ditched. Wow. So maybe, you know what? He's tried to change his appearance a little bit so he isn't recognized when he's placing these bets, because he probably owes a lot of people a lot of money, you know, from losing on the Cowboys all these years.
I feel like I came in the frame and started restraining him, which is odd because I'm definitely not there. Right? Wearing a blue suit alongside this 13-year-old that's there for some reason. There I am. Not the Asian guy. There I am. Jeez. This story is getting weirder by the minute. Was I there? Did I take like ayahuasca out in the desert or some shit?
It's just, it's a very confusing situation. It really is.
I don't even know.
You think you know someone?
No, I do. Yeah. I'm not surprised about any of this.
So we don't know the future of Mo's role here on the Gill Lane Show.
Can I just say I do, and it's why I'm wearing the Inappropriate with Bill and Chris shirt, just to get people prepared for what is to come and what had come in the past. I'm gonna come. So
Something is not right with me.
Yeah, baby.
that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could use that.
That's for the OGs.
Something is not right with me. Something is not right with me.
Well, that's not what we want, but we're ready to do so if Mo can't get his act together.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe that judge will be remorseful for getting her eye socket deconstructed by Mo's fist and let Mo free.
Yeah, do you think she'll have some empathy for being able to just see out of one eye for the rest of her life? Is that going to work out well for him?
Is Mo a Superman fan? Because it did look like he was trying to.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he loves Roman Reigns.
Oh.
Yeah. It's with the Superman punch. So, but Roman Reigns not going to be happy about his anti-American sentiment with that flag move.
Not at all.
Not at all.
We'll have to keep you posted. The best way to stay posted is to watch all of our shows. Now, I don't know if you know this, but half the shows are here on YouTube. The other half are on Patreon. You get an extra episode every week. So patreon.com/The Gill Lane Show. The next time we talk will be on that Patreon episode. So if you're interested in the timeline of Mo's conviction and sentencing and parole, whatever else happens, sign up for the Patreon. You get a 7-day free trial. But for now, I think we have to stand by our friend and do something in solidarity to support him, like the FreeMo movement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and since we're all in this digital world, we can't like have a candlelight vigil. That'd be a little too complicated for all of us to get together. People listening in Woodbridge, New Jersey, and Rochester, New York, and out in San Francisco, and everywhere in between. But we can do something. I think you know, if we show Mo that we are supporting him in some way, maybe he'll calm down and be able to get out of jail. So I think while we do a moment of silence, let's say for 10 seconds, and you can join in, you watching right now, or you listening if you're listening, we're gonna do the Mo face, and the Mo face is the face that you know he does when he's shocked about something. You've seen it on some of the thumbnails from the show. It's kind of like so what you have to do is kind of have a gaping mouth,
asshole.
Right?
Oh, mouth. Right. Sorry.
Eyes wide and kind of lean back like you're dodging something like Neo from The Matrix. Just a little bit, though. Okay, we're going to do that for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Mo, we love you. And hashtag FreeMo, moment of silence. Here we go. Wow.
That was so long.
That was powerful.
I feel like he's only good for I feel like I'm on a 7-second level with him. Tops. 10 is absurd. Absurd.
Well, hope he felt that where he's sitting right now.
I know what he's feeling where he's sitting right now. It's a nightstick like up his ass.
Well, I didn't know that they offer pleasure time in jail for Mo. He'd love that.
Yeah, you would.
You know what I didn't love this morning, or I finished shoveling this morning, but this past weekend on Sunday, well, it did snow up here in Rochester on Sunday. So Sunday morning I woke up and there was a couple inches of snow on the ground. So hell on earth. And I got up, I got all layered up and hat, gloves, jacket, boots, all that stuff. Dusted it off for the first time this season. And I went out and started shoveling. And, by the looks, I was like, I can handle this. Brush off the car, shovel the driveway. I don't have a huge driveway. It's not super small, but it's not, average sized driveway. So I thought I could handle it with the shovel. Halfway through, I don't know if it's because I've been working so much with my plumbing business recently, or if I'm just out of shape, or probably both.
We quit the gym already. Established that. So.
So you're probably right. It's probably more me out of shape. But anyway, I started shoveling, got halfway through. I'm like, this sucks. And then I remembered I do have this snowblower. I have an old ass snowblower.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm surprised to say that it fired right up. It fired right up for the season. And I finished the drive. I want you to see how old this is. And I want to show you why I didn't even consider trying to use it before grabbing the shovel. Look at that thing. It is a dinosaur. Can you see it? It says snapper. Snapper up here on. Yeah, it smokes when you start it up. It is an old
for your lungs at all.
It's an old snowblower. So, when I walked past it to grab the shovel, I'm like, there's no way that thing's going to work. So that's why I had to circle back. I was like, oh, let me try it. I did it. And I got to tell you, there's no better feeling than the feeling of investing in a tool and then having it when you need it. I felt so much satisfaction, so much fulfillment when I was able to finish the driveway, use the tool for what I bought it for. Isn't that just the best?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it is. I bought a snowblower a couple years back. We had a blizzard coming our way. So I was like, I'm not shoveling anymore. I'm done with shoveling. I don't want to do it. So I bought a snowblower, and it came in handy, being that the blizzard blanketed us in like 2 feet of snow. It was like a freak snowstorm. So I used it. It was great. I put it back. I said, this is the best investment I've made ever in my life. And that was 2 years ago, and we haven't had a drop of snow since.
All right, so walk me through this. So, do you mind sharing what you spent on it? Was it over 1,000? Was it less than 1,000? Yeah. So it was that's a good snowblower. Holy shit.
Oh, I was launching snow into the ocean from my house. This thing is great. People thought the blizzard was continuing. That's how much of a radius this place, got blown all over the place. But no, it's really good. I was like, look, if I buy something like that, right, I usually just go for whatever the top of the line is. Because
buy cheap, buy twice. Yep.
Exactly. And I've done that a million times. I bought it from Home Depot. So, if you're cheaping out, you are going to pay the price.
Especially if you bought it with a snowstorm in the forecast.
Right.
I don't know how fast they change prices over there. I don't know what that or whatever, but I know that they have to do something to jack it up, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe they did. I always keep my eye on prices on stuff like that, because I did want a snowblower, because like I said, I don't want to shovel anymore. I'm surprised you even broke out a shovel if you had one. I mean, I don't care if we get a dusting. I'm taking out that fucking snowblower.
Yeah, no, I get.
Right.
Well, I don't know. See, I don't know anything about. I don't know if this is even the right term, but combustible engines. I don't know anything about oil, 2-cycle. 10W30 gas. Do I mix it? I'm starting to learn a little bit as I have like a pressure washer and obviously the snowblower, stuff like that. But I'm so worried I'm going to screw it up that I have this mental block of like, do I have to mix it perfectly? I have a little boat now, so I have to mix the gas and oil before I put it in. Whereas the lawnmower, I don't. Like, so I'm still trying to figure all that out. So I was trying to ignore that task and that learning process for Sunday morning to avoid. So I busted out the shovel. Plus, if it's light, it's just a couple walks down the driveway. If you have a wide enough shovel, depending on your driveway width, obviously, it gets the juices flowing for the day. It's a little bit of a workout, so I thought I can handle it with that. But after it piles up like this much while you're doing the one
push.
pass, I'm like, screw it. And down by the driveway, the approach is brutal because the plow already came. So that's why I decided to try to bust that out. So fucking shoveling's the worst. It's the worst.
Snow's the worst. Actually, I shouldn't say snow's the worst. You know what we had over the weekend? We had a freezing rainstorm here. So it was cold as shit, not cold enough to make it snow, but it's raining. So if you're outside, you got to do something. At that point, I'd rather have snow coming down on me if it's that cold. So I guess what I want to say is winter's the worst. It's the fucking worst. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I mean, look at me. I look like I'm about to go chop down a tree with Rudolph in a cartoon. Ridiculous.
Well, once you take your suit off from Mo's court hearing, you put on that, a giant Canadian goose or Canada goose jacket, whatever it is. But let me say this. I know this is going to surprise you, but you know what? When I do love snow, I like snow if you're in a place. Say it snows on a Saturday, big snowstorm, or a Friday. You wake up Saturday and you have nothing to do because the world's shut down or the city's shut down, let's say.
Right.
If I can get a group of people together and we can get to like a bar and there's a lot of windows and it's just the world has stopped outside. And I like to have like a heavier beer and then walk to another bar in the snow and then dust off. Everybody's kind of in somewhat of a good mood because nobody had to work or whatever that day. Everything just kind of paused. So I do like bar hopping in a snowstorm, walking bar hopping in a snowstorm.
Brown liquor weather. That's what you're talking about, right?
Is that is that a thing?
Yeah, like
I just drink it all the time.
Summer is, like clear liquor weather. Mm-hmm. You're going to want the tequilas, you want the vodkas. And then once it gets cold, you're going to want the bourbons, whiskeys, all that stuff.
I like, it's such a pain in the ass. Not really. Bartender, I always dress it up to be more of a pain in the ass than it is, but I would never ask for this in a busy bar, but I like the black and blue. So it's Blue Moon and Guinness. So half and half. It's just like not so much a milkshake, but it's just a nice, heavier beer. And I just love that when it's freezing out. And then like if I was to go on a trip to New York City and it snowed like that, we would get like a warm shot of whiskey every couple bars. And I just love that 12-hour, 24-hour experience with snow. But the rest of it, the functional part of it, where you have to go to work and decide whether or not to take your van on the road or stock up on groceries. I hate all that shit. I don't understand how people enjoy that.
I hate when it just starts getting dirty, all the snow. Like it's all dark and brown. It's like, can you go the fuck away? You know what's great about that snowstorm I forgot to mention? The next day after that blizzard we had, it shot up to like 60 degrees and started raining. All of it was gone in like the next 24 hours. It was wild. Everything was gone. So I didn't even have to snowblow. I should have just done nothing. Would have been fine.
So you would have never used it then?
No, it would have been zero uses.
But that's kind of funny because, like, if you did this, you did use it once, so you can't take it back. But if you didn't use it, you could consider taking it. But now you have no choice to keep it, but to keep it.
You know what? I could say maybe it's the best investment I ever made, right? Because it hasn't snowed since. It's like a barrier, right?
If God came down and said, if you pay me, I don't know, $1,500, let's say, whatever it was, for it to never snow again, would you pay God to never see snow again?
I'd ask what his Venmo was. I'd be like, what's your Venmo? At JC is my co-pilot. All right, it's a little corny guy. Okay.
He's like, I
don't use Venmo. I don't want the IRS tracking me. Do you have Cash App?
Do you use HellPay?
Can you send it to Mary's Venmo?
You ever get a customer like that where like, can you, or a contractor, I should say, can you just send it to my wife? Or like, can you send it to...
Yeah, I got a guy who does some things in my house, and that's what he tells me. He goes, "Oh, this is my wife's like Zelle pay." So
You're like, whatever, man.
I was like, I don't care, dude. I'm like, it seems like that seems easier in your life, just be like, here's where all the money is, sweetheart. Okay, so don't get off my fucking back.
Yeah, I have an electrician who does that. He's like, he seems like he's completely by the book with everything. He shows up clean cut, hair done, pickup trucks clean, tools are organized. But pay my wife. I don't get it.
Yeah,
but it's just.
He's like, pay my wife. The other half, I want you to buy me an NFT. What?
So can you pay me in $500 Target gift cards? I'm like, I guess. What are you running over here?
Can you go down to the bodega, get some EBTs? Yeah. And 7 scratch-offs. The win for lives.
Give me 2 gallons of milk and a gift receipt. I was like, I don't think they even give gift receipts for gallons of milk.
Imagine, you're like, can I get a gift receipt for that? It's for like 3 pieces of bazooka gum. You're like, I'm going to need a gift receipt. I don't know if they're going to like this. So,
what's the return policy on this?
My bodega down the corner did a makeover. I'm very upset about it. It looks like reputable now. I'm like, I don't even want to come and see you guys anymore.
You know what's funny? So I overheard a conversation this past weekend. Someone said, someone's looking on their phone. I'm just sitting in a room with a couple people, and someone's looking on the phone. They go, wait, so they're opening new dive bars. And she goes on to explain, she goes, isn't a dive bar something that's been like around a long time, hasn't been cleaned? And that's the charm of it. There's old inappropriate posters on the wall, or like the calendar hasn't been updated in 5 years. They're building new, and she was kind of confused by that.
No, I totally agree. And actually, that's one of the things I hate about my area is all the dive bars are going away. Like they're being bought. I shouldn't say being bought out. These guys are going there and being like, hey, let us buy your bar. And they make it something bougie, and they take it because it's so much money, and we lose them. I had a great dive bar before I lived in my house. I used to go to this bar. It was called Sudsy Mugs. That was the name of the place.
Oh, that's a great name for a dive bar.
$1.50 mugs, a shuffleboard table that had like blood splattered on it. It was great. And loved it. And you would go in there on a Saturday night. Old people are doing karaoke really badly. The back door is like open. Everyone's walking back there smoking cigarettes. It was awesome. And then now it's around the block. I've been in there once, hated it, and never went back again. I was so mad. But there's not really dive bars. They're all going away in my area.
Some old guys doing karaoke, and then there's another couple dancing to the song he's singing because it was their wedding song.
Right. Yeah.
But she's saying like they're opening new, like that's the concept of the new bar. So,
right.
But you can't do that, right? Because the economic. It doesn't make sense economically, because if you have like egg in a drink on your menu,
yes,
it's not a dive bar. You know what I mean?
Think one of the coolest like design things like that is that trailer park bar up by you.
Oh, the Rochester Beer Park. Oh yeah, yeah. But
it's
I
so
think
cool.
The guy who designed and made that, he already had a bunch of money. So this is like his passion project. I think he wasn't like, of course he wants to make money, but he had a kind of a budget where it didn't matter. Like he wasn't like, oh, we have to sell craft cocktails because we have to make $10 a drink, blah, 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 blah. So that's where that comes from, I think. But the dive bar is like the mug. And it's nice that it's cheap, but it's really the charm while you're there. Like, oh, you get a shot with your beer. No, you don't have a choice here.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and they have like a weird name for it, like a really inappropriate name with it. Like, here's a napalm. Like,
yeah. Here's a January 6th. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What would a January 6th? What would a January 6th shot be?
It's actually a beer and a shot zip tied together.
Bravo.
Thanks. Actually, I'm taking it to Shark Tank next week.
Hey,
Sharks. Have you heard of the insurrection?
Now, here's the inhibition. What about the Putin shot, the Vladimir Putin shot? It's a beer and a white Russian.
With a Jaeger bomb.
Yeah. You can get the 9/11 shot. It's just 2 half-empty beer towers.
God.
All right. This dive bar is great.
I'll tell you what, they're going to welcome us. That's for sure.
What would the Stephen Hawking shot be?
Oh, it's a Pedialyte in a shot glass.
Why'd I order this? It's just a Capri Sun. I don't understand.
I'll tell you, I've been reading about this Stephen Hawking being on the Epstein list, and they were like, well, he didn't really go there to do anything. He liked to watch. I'm like, is that worse?
It's worse.
It's worse, right? He's not participating, but he's like, I want to watch you fuck a sex slave on this island. Man.
I don't know if he sounded like that, Bill, when he said it.
I want to watch you fuck this sex slave. Oh, yeah, baby. Imagine somebody is fucking the sex slave and they're just hearing this in a corner. Oh, yeah, I'm almost there. Don't stop.
What I don't get about that is he the best typer ever? Because I don't know about you, but when I type, I have to backspace a lot. So is he like, I'm going to backspace, backspace, come.
I love how you're ducking her. Oh, fuck autocorrect. Autocorrect's really ruining.
Asterisk. No, you know what? It's good that we're out of time. We'll continue the development of the Stephen Hawking and the Epstein list and where Mo is. At the time that we do get into Patreon in a couple of days from now. All in the Patreon edition of The Gill Lane Show. Patreon.com/The Gill Lane Show. We'll safely bring the rest of that commentary on the Epstein thing over there.
Probably smart. Do you think they'll let us FaceTime, Mo, for Patreon from jail?
Oh. Well, I know they have webcams and stuff in jail.
Yeah. Hey, it seems like I know someone over there. Judging by the clip, maybe I could ask for a little help, right?
Or we could just we can do like a action movie thing and take his ID and get you in,
Oh, yeah.
Facial recognition.
Mission Impossible.
Got that for Patreon. I also want to tell you, give you an update about the wellness day over at Chili Fitness this past weekend. I wore something. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I wore something that I was advised not to wear, and it completely backfired on me.
Oh my God. It's assless chaps. Hey, wait.
There's a clue in the distance.
Okay. I also want to tell you that I haven't told you about. I'll tell you about on the Patreon. What the guy at the post office had to say about your town when I went to mail you something this week.
Jeez, we got a jam-packed Patreon coming up this Thursday and every Thursday. Patreon.com/The Gill Lane Show. We're going to end with this, talking about, briefly, we talked about visiting places in New York City during a snowstorm. I think I might add this to my list on places to visit next time I visit New York City, during a snowstorm or not. This restaurant does it all. Like New York City, when you're going out, you want to go dinner and a show, whether it's comedy or Broadway or whatever. Yeah. That's where you start when you're planning your New York City trip. This place does both, all at the same time.
Okay. I'm excited. Might be a new place I can go visit.
Oh, I highly recommend it. Check this out.
Oh, nope. Not going there.
This is a place.
Not going there.
This is a place that performs Broadway songs.
Okay.
While you're eating dinner. It's called Gale's Broadway Rose, New York City Singing Servers. So there are people at the table at the bar. There's a bar and they do this while the server stops serving, stops bringing you refills and checking on your food and asking if you need anything else, to sing. In this video particularly, it's a song from Frozen 2.
too much, man. Oh my God. Lots of empty seats there.
Yeah.
I wonder why. They're like, hey, I got a restaurant idea where you're just sitting there trying to eat and somebody hits you with a hammer across the skull. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I actually would rather go there.
Yeah. So, how's the business?
Well, at least it wasn't opera singing.
We're going to need the soup instead. Take this solid food back.
I didn't order the soup. No, sir, that's your cranium spilling out all over the table.
I guess I got the last laugh. Bill Parker from the Gill Lane Show. By the way, are you going to eat that?
His name is Stephen Gawking.
Yes. Oh, God. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. More of that on the Patreon and an update.
More fingers in assholes.
Update on Mo. And just again, for reinforcement for our friend Mo, the Mo face, please.